Can you believe it's been nearly 18 months since we were introduced to the Amflow PL electric mountain bikes? They changed the game and turned the EMTB world on its head. Insane levels of torque and power, plus a battery that could power you round the trails all day long. And to top it all off, it was as light as most of the existing full power e-bikes at the time. It truly was a big step for this generation of e-bikes. Well, now it's 2026 and Amflow have updated their bikes. These are the PX and the PX Pro, and this is our first look video. Hi there, thanks for joining us for another video. Today we're looking at all the updates that Amflow have brought for their trail e-bikes, which you can now buy at uprisebikes.com and in our Uprise bike shops. Like I said at the start, we have new model names, so we've got the PX and the PX Pro. Like the PL last year, the Pro has a better selection of components than its cheaper sibling. On the matter of pricing, we're looking at $6,499 for the PX and $8,999 for the PX Pro. The lightweight carbon frame looks to have had some major work done. And while the PX bikes keep the familiar 4-bar linkage suspension design, the area around where the shock mounts to the top tube has changed to accommodate a regular mount shock instead of a trunnion one seen last year. Ultimately, the PX lands in the same trail or mounting category as its predecessor. So if you were looking at one of the Amflow bikes before these new ones got launched, they're still in that same category, they're still aimed at the same kind of riding. Trail centres, bike parks, leaning towards aggressive trails where agility and suspension performance is key. These new models come set up as mullet straight out of the box, so 29 up the front and 27.5 out back. The older models were set up as 29ers, but you could change to mixed wheels. These are now mixed when they arrive. Oh, and the PX gets alloy rims and the Pro gets carbon. As for the suspension package, Amflow have once again gone the way of Fox. The PX gets a 36 performance fork with a grip damper, and the Pro gets a 36 factory fork, but with the new Grip X2 damper. It's the same story out back, as both the PX models will get a custom-tuned Float X shock. Performance on the PX, factory on the PX Pro, which has low-speed compression and low-speed rebound, where the performance shock just gets low-speed rebound. Both get climb switches to firm up the shock to be more efficient on the fire roads. As for the brakes, both bikes get a massive upgrade with the Magura Gustav Pros. These are probably the most powerful 4-piston brakes Magura make, so super stopping power. What is nice to see is a substantial upgrade in the drivetrain from the bikes last year. Both bikes get wireless transmission from SRAM. That is, the shifter to the derailleur is wireless, but the rear mech is wired directly into the system's battery, so you'll be able to shift as long as you have power on the bike. That leads us nicely into the e-bike system, which is what you've all been waiting for. This is the new DJI Avinox M2S motor. It's now putting out a nominal 130 Nm of torque, but peaks at 150 Nm in boost mode. In terms of power output, that's up too, from 1000 watts to 1300 watts. There's been a change with the battery too. These models now feature a much slimmer 700 watt-hour battery. Now obviously that capacity is a little bit lower than last year, but Amflow promised this new battery is even more efficient than last year. So we should still have plenty of juice for a good day's riding. There's a new 2-inch OLED control display, and that improves connectivity to apps like Komoot and Strava. It's got all the useful ride info and stats from before, and links up with the wireless remotes on the handlebar. A useful little add-on is the new light fitted to the stem. It runs off the internal battery like the rear derailleur. Good little addition for riders who want to keep riding after work and do some night rides into the winter months. Okay, so that's our first look at the new Amflow bikes for 2026. It's great to see some of the updates they've brought in. Slimmer profile frame looks fantastic, it's a little bit lighter, there's more power on tap, great components and extra features, all for around the same price as last year. Anyway, that's it for this time. Let us know what you think of the Amflow PX in the comments. If you're already sold on one, then you can find them at uprisebikes.com or in our Uprise bike shops. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel for more riding content and bike reviews coming in the future.